We have not heard anything from him in months.
He hasn't posted on his YouTube channel.
And you've got all these kids leaving comments thinking that something bad happened to you on your Instagram.
And his last picture,
maybe it's all part of Yadiiigg's plan. He's getting everybody. What's good, credit people? And welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, bobbalambeats. Firstly, I wanted to discuss Yadiiiigg, you know, my arch nemesis. Not actually. Behind the scenes, we're actually cool. Everyone like tries to paint a picture that we're like beefing or whatever, but we've literally collabed on a video before. So we're cool. We talk in DMs, not so much recently because, as you all know, he like kind of hasn't really been on social media that much. And this is not like a bad video or anything. We're just here to discuss what dude is probably doing, because everybody's been asking me, everybody's been hating on me too, like commenting on his last Instagram post, tagging me like, yo, bobbalambeats doesn't know shit, Yadiiiigg, you need to come back and bro, literally people like that are probably the reason that he doesn't want to be on social media, because it's just so toxic and everybody wants to make us fight against each other or compare us, or not even just me, but like other YouTubers. And you going on his comments and tagging me saying you hate me, and I know none of y'all in the chat are doing that, only exemplifies exactly what he doesn't want to be a part of. Now, I don't necessarily know exactly what's happening. We're going to be watching the No Jumper podcast from last night, in which they talked about him specifically, but I'm just going to give my take of what it is. So I've actually discussed with him in DMs about like our ambitions, what we want to do in life, what we want to accomplish. I personally always wanted to like do YouTube, stream, making content of whatever I want to do. And that's why later on we're going to be watching Aiden, the 1v1 basketball, because I don't only want to do hip hop news, right? I have other interests. I know you guys do too. So let's get it at it. But he also talked about how he wanted to get into fashion. He didn't necessarily always want to be a YouTuber. He was way more into fashion than me. Like, I'm rocking fucking like sweater and then some sweats. I just bum it hard. But he didn't necessarily want to do YouTube full time like I did, and just content creation. And that's why he was also doing like videos for No Jumper, which were more like researched and had more history and things like that. He's also written for big publications, like I can't think of the names, and I know he has like a portfolio on his website and his Instagram if you want to go check it out, where I think he has, you know, all of the different works that he's done. And I think he interviewed like Propkers or something, like who was in the leaking community about cardio leaks or just leaks in general. So in addition to the publications, he's also in school, or he just finished school. And in Australia, there also is a recession somewhat because of COVID. And like YouTube is hard to navigate and make full-time income. Like I had to make 2 channels to make sure that I was completely good and I didn't have to worry about getting another job. So that's another thing. So he was probably doing No Jumper videos to get some extra cash, probably like a couple $100 each. He again wrote for publications, so that's money. And then he went to school for something else. I don't know what it was. I think it was like fashion design, or I don't know, but he's probably trying to go the corporate way, you know? He has been here for a long time. He's been making videos way longer than I have. I can imagine he's probably a little burnt out too. I think he's been doing YouTube for a long time. Maybe he doesn't like it anymore. And again, maybe he wants to go in the corporate world, do that, not always be in the public eye, because bruh, it gets tight. I mean, I know some of y'all are even in the chat hating on me, saying like, bro, like you're so corny. I got a small dick and all that. And it just gets tiring, bro. Like half the time I don't even want to look at my Twitter or Instagram, any of my comments, because it's just asking for me to get in a bad mood, because looking at all these people insulting me, it's like, god damn. I made the Anthony Fantano video yesterday, and all of his little stands are coming at me like, bro, you have the worst music taste. Just because Drake is going #1 doesn't mean he has the best song. And I agree with that, because like, you know, McDonald's has the most sales out of any fast food restaurant, and they don't necessarily have the best burger. But just to summarize, in my opinion, I think Yadiiiigg is probably burnt out, doesn't want to do YouTube full time as much. He might come back from time to time. Like, wait for it. I don't think anything bad happened, bro. He's chilling. He's doing big things, big publication writings, or whatever it's called, articles. Did shit for No Jumper. Lifty says maybe bro just got burnt out, to be honest. It'll be happening. And Lifty's is a YouTube channel as well. Go check out him. He's a fellow YouTuber in the hip hop space. So he knows. I know. Every YouTuber knows what's good. Sometimes you just don't want to be in the public eye, be insulted, be told you're fucking corny. Everybody's told they're corny just because we're up here on a camera. That's just how it is. All right, let's check out the no jumper video, because that's where I actually got the idea for this video, because they were discussing it. I think that they started discussing it because maybe they, again, were working together. Yadiiiigg was making videos for no jumper with some of like the history of like Iggy Azalea and Playboy Cardi, Uzi, you know, the history of Whole Lotta Red, among other things, Juice WRLD and XXX Tentacion. And so I guess when they tried to ask him to do another video for them, he was like, nah, I don't want to fucking do it anymore. I don't want to record my voice on a camera and shit. So
Owen Milson donated $1. Dude, don't listen to the hate about being corny. If you sat in front of a screen and talked like a robot, it wouldn't be the same. If you ditch your funny personality, more people would complain, then be happy and we'd miss it.
bruh, don't worry. I do not pay attention to the haters at all. I talk shit to them sometimes, but afterwards I'm like, bruh, I'm doing my thing. I do what I love for a living. So they just hate their own life, and that's why they're insulting me, you know? But anyway, the mysterious disappearance of Yadiiiigg. Nobody knows what happened, so I guess No Jumper has no idea either, even though like they were on his payroll, or he was on their payroll.
I'm watching the shit.
You know who Bobbalam is?
Oh shit! See, people were telling me that they shouted me out last time, so I guess this is that video. Lil Housephone, little fun fact, actually comments on some of my videos talking shit. Like it's playful, so he's not like mad or actually talking shit. He's talking trash. There we go. He'll be like, "Get your ugly ass off the fucking screen," because as you guys know, I did like a face reveal almost, and then I just kept doing face reveal. Before I did like gameplay or like gifs of rappers. So yeah, it was just funny.
On YouTube, white dude. Tap in with him. He's fire.
I'm not white, bro.
He's like, he started off being like Playboy Cardi only, or like Cardi, Uzi, like shit like that. But now he's like drifting into the even more like up and coming rappers. Like he's kind of fire. I like his videos.
Let's just air this out. What the fuck happened to Yadiiiigg?
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not talking about it.
What the fuck
is
that? Okay.
Yadiiiigg is a white.
4 eyes, 2 G's here.
He's an Australian YouTuber kid that did like
Gs.
basically. He was trying to get, like, he wanted to work with No Jumper for like a long ass time, right? Like
he's very tapped into the underground SoundCloud scene.
He for a while was like, he even like waited outside the store at one point to meet me for like a day or two or some shit. I'm pretty sure.
What, like this?
Damn, exposed.
This must have been back in the day.
Yeah, like years ago, I think. Well, they told me this the other day. I didn't even remember.
So he was
it.
in LA. That's I didn't know he never even been there.
I think he had
Damn, I
been
didn't
here.
know
Yeah,
that.
but like, but basically, you know, he just was like pressing me, like he wanted a job, wanted to do anything for No Jumper or whatever. Yeah. He finally.
This was probably before his YouTube popped off, because then once you get your YouTube popped off, he doesn't need like a job. You know what I'm saying? The reason I saw Yadiiiigg doing this stuff with No Jumper. The reason I personally didn't, and I know people are asking me like, "Yo, you should work with No Jumper too," and all that. I was like, honestly, I want my own brand, Bobbalam, and whatever I make to be me. Like I know I might get money up front from No Jumper for making videos or something like that, or being a part of the team. I'll get like a salary. They haven't offered me either, so this is like no diss at them whatsoever. But I want everything to be like me owned. Like, I want to be my own thing.
Kind of like he did videos for free for a while. Like he was doing like a weekly video on here with the idea being that would help to grow his channel.
And by the way,
so he did videos in exchange for clout on his YouTube channel rather than money. Okay, still that's like a good deal because No Jumper's so big.
Channel was already like pretty established.
Doing okay, you know, having like I forget like 50,000 subscribers, some like decent subscriber base. I finally am like, all right, you know, I see the vision. I appreciate what you're doing. I think that what you're doing is dope. So if you want to move to America, we'll sponsor your visa. And you can just move out here and you can we'll figure it out, but like you can work on the social media side of things for now. He was working with Yassi and shit, working with Vashti, doing the social media stuff. For a while there was like mad No Jumper Instagram social media posts that were like really sort of like deep Playboy Cardi stories, like you would only really like think was a story if you were really paying attention to the Playboy Cardi stuff.
It's like how Playboy Cardi beat up ass pizza and
you know, like all the most like in-depth shit.
Yeah.
And then so he has this, and he's doing the videos for us weekly or whatever. And then at some point, like the social media team just tells me like, yo, we ain't heard from Yadiiiigg in like 2 weeks. And we had been having a hard time like with the texting and shit in general, because like he kept getting removed from the iMessage for some reason, because it's a foreign number, whatever. But then
them Aussies, bro. Yadiiiigg probably out there like camping with some kangaroos, low key.
Also, stop posting on his Instagram.
Yeah, and I realized that he hadn't responded to my direct text, so I DM him on Instagram. We have not heard anything from him in months.
He hasn't posted on his YouTube channel.
I know what happened to him.
If you look, no, he's not. He's alive. We're gonna keep the hope alive.
He got kidnapped by the Papa John's nigga.
He's in
white.
the UK.
So
he's also.
Do they even have Papa John's in fucking Australia? They eating that weird like hummus paste, whatever it's fucking called, Vegemite. They ain't eating no Papa John's.
Yeah. Not in the UK.
He's
in
forcing
Australia.
Yadiiiigg to say the N-word. He's got him training for the past 20 months. He's been training Yadiiiigg to say that N-word once.
No, but it's hella weird because he seemed like one of the most dedicated YouTubers to that type of scene. And now that guy Bobbalam I was telling you about, I feel like kind of took his space because Yadiiigg's been gone. Maybe he's going through some shit. That's what I'm thinking.
But okay. That makes sense to me. Like, okay, maybe he's like there's a lot of like different options that we've weighed. Like, okay, if
he's not dead.
If he's dead, it would be in the news, or his family would post something.
Unless he's in the woods.
True, he's famous enough or clouded enough where if something actually bad happened to Yadiiiigg, it'd be in the news like YouTuber did this, blah blah blah, and then it would be all over. Shit, I probably would have reported it too, because that's just something that would have circulated through this type of genre, or not genre, whatever it's called, niche.
I would think,
or like his friends that like know that he was no jumper. Somebody would have said something.
That's the weird part, is like, does he not have any friends who would like find a way to like message me on Twitter and tell me, or like if something crazy happened, because let's say he got in a terrible car accident, like isn't there somebody who's gonna like
some proof somewhere?
Would the first thing that you would think was like,
in my basement.
I'm gonna like make sure that somebody contacts my employer or whatever, you would think would be a big deal,
or just like his fans would have told us. Somebody.
It's hard to imagine that he's like, maybe he's like depressed, like we've all thought about that option, but like I don't know, like you're so depressed that you just stop responding to even the people that are like giving you money every month. That's kind of hard to imagine. Yeah. And you've got all these kids leaving comments thinking that something bad happened to you on your Instagram.
And his last picture,
maybe it's all part of Yadiiigg's plan. He's getting everybody to talk about him. He got No Jumper, one of the biggest platforms, probably the biggest hip hop platform currently, talking about him like he disappeared. He's like Uzi Cardi, like shit, where is he? You know, did he die, bro? And then all of a sudden he's gonna come back and just kill the game, take over No Jumper. He's gonna kill Adam. He's gonna fuck Lena, have a kid with her.
Posted was kind of eerie, like eerie vibe. I don't know. To me it was eerie. So
why does this keep happening with the YouTubers? Because Lael Hansen fucking deleted everything and disappeared at one point too.
It's burnout.
Fucking Canadian chick that we were fucking with for a while.
Yeah, I do remember that girl.
She just disappeared, deleted everything, but now she's dropping like music videos. Like that's why trying to be an artist. She rebranded for like a year or something.
What if Yadiiiigg is rebranding?
And he's just gonna come out as a Playboy Cardi style rapper. I hope that I just don't want this conversation to seem like.
I feel like if Yadiiiigg were to rebrand, it's not even rebranding, because he was always into like Ian Connor, like Bloody Dior, like the fashion space. So I feel like he's gonna move into fashion rather than hip hop, because maybe that's where his true passion lies, at least from the conversations I've had with him. So the rebranding is definitely a possibility.
Like, we think this is really funny because it seems more likely that it's really serious.
Yeah, I fuck with him. I'll
he got shot.
He hits the blunt one time and he's completely incapable. We're talking about someone who worked for us possibly being dead or disappeared or depressed, and AD's just over here missing the tone. I would say.
Oh my god!
This is so. I think kills Bagel. Doesn't care when Yadiiiigg is possibly. We don't know what happened to him. But either way, Yadiiiigg win.
Kid Leroy found him after Yadiiiigg was talking mad shit. And since they live in the same neighborhood, they on the same island out in Australia, he fucking killed him, bro. Kid Leroy thought Yadiiiigg was Hello Yassine, because remember Hello Yassine made that whole video on Kid Leroy being an industry player and all that shit. The Kid Leroy got all of his goons, got fucking Lil Bibby to hire some goons, some hitmen to kill Yadiiiigg.
Fuck are you? Why aren't you just
man?
Like, your fans are worried about you.
I hope everything is good with you, my boy, because I actually fuck with Yadiiiigg. Bro, me and Yadiiiigg had like long had long combos in DM.
Had long dick.
Like,
I don't want to like hype up No Jumper or whatever, but he had wanted to work for us for a long time. And then we finally were like, we're going to move you to LA. We're going to pay you from Australia. You're going to be in the office working with us directly on content and all the social media stuff and the blog that we just launched and everything. And like, you would think that that would be a time in his life where he'd be hyped, like, oh, I'm getting to move.
But we don't know. You never know.
Maybe because he wanted to work for No Jumper when he was younger and all that. And then he realized once, like, he's working for another company. And for me, at least, the main goal was always to be my own boss. I wake up at fucking 10 to noon and I eat breakfast and I do whatever I want. I get on here on stream, I post the clips, and like, I don't have to do shit, bro. Like, I don't have to answer anybody except for Google, who sends me the goddamn check, and demonetization and all that shit. So maybe Yadiiiigg just realized, maybe I don't want to work for No Jumper and get a paycheck from like a boss. I want to be like my own thing and like design clothes or whatever he's doing. I don't know
what people got going on, bro. He could be going through some family shit. He could be going through some personal shit. Like, you never know what motherfuckers got going on, bro. And so it's like, I'm good, yeah, I'm good. But
because I was thinking,
hopefully nothing happens.
What if it's the kind of thing where he's finally like getting what he wanted, like he's finally like getting to move to LA. He's finally got the job with the company that he really wanted to work with,
too much.
And he's realizing, oh my god, maybe this isn't what I really wanted anyway, so I'm gonna just disappear from the internet. And like,
he's like, fuck this shit.
I don't know, that does kind of seem like weird.
There's so many scenarios.
What if Yadiiiigg comes back faceless on YouTube, which could easily happen? I feel like if Yadiiiigg came through with like I don't even know, just like gameplay or some other gifts like in front of the video with a completely different name, just like I don't know, like Big Ball Sack, right? But he's talking about only fashion, and then only later will people realize that it's Yadiiiigg, and so nobody can associate all the things where he was talking about Playboy Cardi or hold him accountable of anything he said on that channel. The internet is crazy. That could easily happen. People would find out eventually because it's Yadiiigg's voice, and it'd be like, yo, what's up? It's Big Ball Sack, 4 L's, 3 C's, bruh. Crips into his house.
There's been times, like I remember when I first opened the shop,
Big Ball Sack,
thought like, because I wanted the shop for like 5 years, I'd been thinking about it, and we finally opened one, finally have a big ass successful opening party, and I remember just feeling like depressed as fuck, because it was like, oh, like I got the thing that I thought was going to be like the thing that was going to make me excited, and now I'm realizing that actually this is going to be a ton of work, bro, and this is just part of, you know, like in some way that was kind of hard for me to take, of like, oh, now I need to reorient my brain to figure out what my new goals are,
bro. It's like, it's probably one of the scariest feelings, because
that was what it was. Yadiiiigg was doing like editorials or articles for Vice. I don't know if he's employed, but he definitely did at least 1 or 2 articles for Vice. Joey Rivers says he was an article writer before YouTube. It makes sense, like with how good he is at like research and putting together like a narrative or a video, structuring it, intro, like content, supporting his argument, and then concluding. I don't know. It makes sense. Conclusion, seems like nobody knows what the fuck is going on. I would assume that Yadiiiigg is just rebranding, whether that means getting back on social media through a different name with the same name, or just not on social media at all. He probably just wants to do something different. I mean, like, we're humans, our interests change. Shit, what if Cardi and Uzi fall off completely? I'm gonna have to, like, you know, talk about other people. If y'all remember, I made that video where I wanted to go to streaming because I didn't want to continue this rat race of just only making Cardi and Uzi videos. So then I had to branch out a little bit, figure out how else to change, because change is ultimately what makes us happy. Like, it's the risk or you jumping over the edge where it's just a little bit uncomfortable, but once you get over there and you accomplish it, you know, reach a goal, that's what we live for, the progress.